the Gym Sniper 2, the love child of the Gym Command and the Gym Sniper Custom. This mobile suit is a specialist in every sense of the word. The Gym Sniper 2 was the Federation's most advanced long-range gym unit during the One-Year War. Armed with a Kar 98K firing 75mm rounds, the Gym Sniper 2 was a deadly tool used for eliminating high-priority targets far outside of conventional combat range. This mobile suit was made for pinpoint accuracy, but how on point is its model kit counterpart? Hey, what's going on everybody? Today I got something really special for you. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Gunpla review. This is my third review on the channel and today we're going to be taking a look at the Master Grade Gym Sniper 2. So I got this guy from Amazon and I picked him up for about $38. On other websites it may be a little more, it may be a little less, but that's how much I paid for it from Amazon. So this is what the Gym Sniper 2 will look like straight out of the box, no panel lining done to it, no decals, just a couple of stickers. And those are not color correcting stickers, those are just stickers for cameras. There's not a whole lot of surface detail going on here, but there definitely are a few opportunities for panel lining. But if you're just somebody like me who just likes to snap their model kits together, pose them, and put them up on a shelf, this is exactly what you can expect the model kit to look like. Now, if you've never built this kit before and you want to know what the build is like, I did upload an entire speed build onto my channel, so if you want to check that out, the link will be down in the description. So back to talking about the kit, let's talk about the color accuracy and the color separation. Technically speaking, the color separation could be a little bit better, but if it's trying to be animation accurate, then I guess it's as good as it can get. There's a little bit of a discrepancy here because if you look at the holes on the sides of the legs and on the elbow pads, you'll see on the animation these holes are depicted as being blue, but if you look at official images of finished painted products from Bandai, these holes are gray. On the same note, those little gray tabs that we see on the model were actually blue in the animation. Other than that though, the colors are pretty on point and accurate. Before we get into anything else, let's talk real quick about the proportions of this kit. Now from the waist down, the proportions are actually really good. But moving upwards, if we take a closer look at the upper torso, it actually looks almost more like a Gym Sniper 3 rather than the animation accurate Gym Sniper 2. And by that I mean it just has a more blocky appearance than it did in the animation. Of course it doesn't look exactly like the Gym Sniper 3's torso, but it doesn't look exactly like the Gym Sniper 2 torsos either. And looking at the shoulders, the red vents are much wider than they are in the animation. Of course this only matters to people who care about their kits being animation accurate, but it is quite a discrepancy, so I figured I would at least leave it in there for the people who do look for things like that. Next up we have the build quality. So how is the build quality on this kit? It's pretty good in my opinion. The build was fun and not tedious at all. And once it's completed, honestly, the kit is really solid. It'll hold any pose that you could want to put it in. And believe me, there are a lot of possible poses you can put this guy in, but we'll talk about the articulation in just a little bit. But yeah, overall, fun build, not too complicated, but not really too simple either. It's definitely very sturdy and you don't have to worry about this thing falling apart when you try to mess with it. Alright, so if you want to know how big the Master Grade Gym Sniper 2 is, here's a size comparison for you. Here's the Gym Sniper 2 Master Grade next to a High Grade Gym Command Space, and here is the Gym Sniper 2 next to the Master Grade Goof Custom, and next to the Real Grade Tall Geese. So as far as size goes, it's pretty average. So moving on from that, we have the accessories, and here is the Gym Sniper 2 with everything that he comes with. We get a few pairs of fixed pose swappable fingers, we get a shield, and we also get two bright pink beam saber effect parts. We have 3 magazines, a bullpup rifle, and the sniper rifle. And last but not least, we also have 3 sticker and decal sheets. Let's take a more in-depth look at the accessories that come with this kit. First off, we have a pair of beam saber holding hands. Up next we have a pair of closed fists. We also get a pair of open hands, but those are currently on the Gym Sniper 2 right now. And then we get a pair of trigger fingers. And now these ones are actually kind of weird. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong, but I couldn't get the guns, either the sniper rifle or the bullpup rifle, to be able to fit into these hands. As you can see, I really kind of have to force it to even try to grab it, and even then the finger doesn't want to go into the trigger guard. I'm not sure what else these could be for because we already have hands for the beam saber, and we already have a hand, yes, just one singular hand for holding the sniper rifle and the bullpup, which we'll talk about right now. So as you can see here, we have one singular trigger finger for the right hand of the Gym Sniper 2. From my experience of fiddling around with this kit, this is the only one of the hands that can hold either of the weapons comfortably. And of course, it's not the end of the world, but I would have at least liked to have seen a left-hand version of this so he could wield the weapon in either hand if you wanted to. Up next we have the beam sabers, and there are two of these. There's not really much to say about them. They're pink, and it's just an effect part. You see it in a lot of kits, nothing really special here. Alright, now let's take a look at the bullpup rifle, or as it's technically called, the HWF GMG MG79 90mm bullpup machine gun. There's no moving parts or anything fancy going on here really, but I do love the look of this gun a lot. And as you just saw, the magazines that we saw earlier can be put into the back of the rifle here. Not much else to say here about the bullpup rifle, so let's move on to the next weapon in the Gym Sniper 2's arsenal. So this right here is the Gym Sniper 2's Franz EF Kar 98K 75mm sniper rifle. I really do love the look of this weapon. I think it looks amazing when it's in the hands of the Gym Sniper 2. And right here you can see that we do have some moving parts going on. We have a bipod that can flip out and slide forward along a rail. Right here you can see we have a little slot for the Gym Sniper 2's hands to grip into, and that's about everything that there is to say about the sniper rifle. Moving on, we have a sheet of foil sticker decals. I've already used the ones for the head and the visor. The only ones left over are for the cameras on the weapons. Next we have some sticker decals. We already went over these in the unboxing video, but in case you didn't see that video, here they are for you again. And here's our final decal sheet. This is just a sheet of dry transfers. For the last accessory in the Gym Sniper 2, we have the shield. The first thing I'd like to point out is that these two little pieces on the front here, they are separate pieces, so the color separation there is very nice. If we flip the shield around, we have some interesting stuff going on back here. The first thing I'd like to talk about is this little piece that we have right in the center. This arm can move up and down just like that, and that center piece right there is sitting on a peg which allows it to swivel back and forth. The little peg at the end of the arm is what allows it to clip into the hole in the back of the Gym Sniper 2's left and right arms. Moving down the shield, we have a handle that can swivel up and down, and then down here at the bottom we have sort of a kickstand which can be popped out just like so, and that allows the shield to stand on the ground on its own, kind of like a deployable cover for the Gym Sniper 2. And these tiny little pegs right here that are on both sides of the kickstand actually allow us to attach the other magazines that the Gym Sniper 2 comes with to the back of the shield. So just like that, we can have two of the mags on the back of the shield, and we can have one sitting in the bullpup rifle. Now there's one more thing that we can do with the Gym Sniper 2 shield, and that is with this little gray piece at the top here. What this basically allows us to do is take the back piece off of the butt flap of the Gym Sniper 2 that holds the beam sabers and plug it into here so we can hold the beam sabers on the back of the shield instead of behind the Gym Sniper 2. Then once you're done plugging it into the top of the shield, these little arms can fold backwards to allow the beam sabers to sit more flush with the shield. So that's basically everything that we can do with the Gym Sniper 2 shield. I really like this accessory. It's packed full of a bunch of little gimmicks, and I think it's very cool. As far as the Gym Sniper 2's accessories go, I think they're pretty good. It's essentially everything you'd expect a kit like this to have, nothing more and nothing less. The sniper rifle though definitely takes the cake for me. It's impressive as it should be. I feel like it's the centerpiece of the arsenal of the Gym Sniper 2. So now that we are done with accessories, let's move on to the articulation of this kit. Starting off with the head first, we have a visor here that has a slight up and down motion. The head sits on a plastic ball joint and it can move a full 360 degrees. There is the head all the way down, and there's the head all the way up. Moving on to the arms now, the shoulder armor is on a double joint right here that allows it to move up and outward just like this. The joint that connects the shoulder to the torso actually allows for a really impressive range of motion right here. There's the arm all the way out to the side, which can actually move up super high. Look at that. And there's the arm all the way straight up and down. Full 360 degree rotation at the arm, and we have a really nice double jointed bend at the elbow. The wrists are both on a ball and a hinge joint, allowing for a really nice range of motion here as well. The thumb has 2 points of articulation, one at the base of the hand where it can move independently of the other fingers, and it can also bend in half. We have a pretty impressive side to side rotation at the waist right here. It can pull off a pretty decent ab crunch, and it can bend backwards just a little bit. The front skirts are both on a double joint and they can move up and rotate around just like so. Side skirting sits on a ball joint, and the back skirt can't move at all. Moving on to the legs, here is the leg all the way out to the side, and if you were wondering, yes, this kit can pull off perfect splits. Here's the front kick all the way out. We get a very nice double jointed bend at the knee. Moving on down the leg, there's the feet all the way down, and that's as far as it can move upward. We have a little bit of articulation right here on the heel, and we have some nice articulation on the toe as well. Looking at it from the front, we have a decent side to side motion on the ankle. Lastly, the thrusters on the backpack can both move up and down independently of each other. So as far as the articulation on this kit goes, it's honestly really awesome. This kit's capable of a wide range of motion and pulling off a ton of dynamic poses, and thanks to the super sturdy, super solid joints in this kit, it'll have no problem maintaining those poses for as long as you need it to. Now let's move on real quick to talk about some of the gimmicks that this kit has before we wrap up the review entirely. First off, the Gym Sniper 2 has a peg on the bottom that allows you to connect it to a standard action base. The peg can be removed and attached very easily, it's just snapped right on there. Next up we have some part separation at joint bends that reveals parts of the inner frame. Not really a huge gimmick, but it is pretty cool to see some of the exposed hydraulics come out when you bend the knee. As we can see, we have some down here in the ankles as well. Of course, as we went over in the articulation section, the Gym Sniper 2 does have a visor that can go up and down, and it's hard to open with your fingers, but there is an opening cockpit hatch through which we can see the bottom half of the seated pilot figure. So for my final thoughts on the Gym Sniper 2 Master Grade, I think it's a very good, very awesome kit. The colors are, for the most part, on point. The articulation is really just great. The accessories are everything that you'd want them to be, and it's really just an overall enjoyable kit to build. And once you finish building it, the payoff is pretty awesome as well, especially if you're a fan of gym units. I've had a lot of fun posing this guy, and I'm sure that if you pick one up for yourself that you will too. The only real big cons for this kit that I could see is if you're someone who really likes to clean up your seam lines and mold lines. There's a pretty big seam line that runs down the length of both weapons that you would have to clean up, but other than that, the seam lines on this kit are actually really well hidden, and I couldn't notice any mold lines that really stuck out to me. I think this kit was definitely worth the price tag, and I can certainly say that after building this kit, posing it, and reviewing it, I can definitely recommend it to others. I would say if you've got about $40 to spend, if you're looking for a jumping off point for getting into master grades, this is a great kit for you. It's not a very long build, it's definitely not a very challenging build, but it will definitely leave you with a finished product that you're very happy with. However, just because I would recommend this kit for somebody looking to get into master grades doesn't mean that somebody who already knows all about master grades can't appreciate this as well. Alright everybody, so that's going to do it today for our review of the Gym Sniper 2. If you made it to the end of the video, I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that the video was informative. I'm currently pushing out unboxings, speed builds, and reviews of Gunpla as frequently and regularly as I can, so if you enjoy what you're seeing, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you really like the video, then I would really appreciate it if you would leave a like, because it helps me out a whole lot. If you want to be notified of when I upload a video, make sure to click on the bell to turn subscription notifications on. And if you want any other information or updates from me, make sure to follow my Twitter up on screen, the link will also be in the description. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes to the skies. This has been UC Gundam, signing out.